Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Yeah, that should be better. So, hello, everyone. We are back to do some more tarot readings. I don't usually do this type of thing a lot, but I have felt really called to come on today and do some readings with you all. We have a lot of crazy ass energy lingering around. I've been feeling it. I don't know if you all have been feeling it with this Cancer full moon that just went past. There's a lot of emotional stuff going around. So I wanted to jump on and do some readings for you guys. Let's see what's going on with this emotional energy that's been lingering around, especially with this full moon. Knight of Wands. Okay, so guys, we have the Knight of Wands coming up. So if you're really kind of feeling this emotional energy right now, it's a good time to start taking action on them. Allow your feelings and your emotions to guide you. And I know that's going to sound really weird, but I feel like this card is really speaking about allowing these to be our motivation and our drive forward, okay? So the Knight of Wands is that energy that pushes us forward, it drives us forward, it moves us forward, right? We want to fight for the things we're passionate about and the things that motivate us. This Knight has a very strong motivation and drive. And when it comes to our emotions and our feelings, they can be powerful catalysts, okay? They can be powerful things to project us and move us forward if we allow them to. But this card is saying allow it to. Some of you, a lot of us tend to hold on to emotions. We don't actually do anything with them. I feel like a lot of people kind of just sit still with them, or they kind of allow them to build up, build up, build up, which also builds an imbalance. Okay. If we don't do anything with these emotions, they're just going to sit there and they're going to create an imbalance within us physically, um, and we're going to start feeling it. It's going to manifest in a physical sense. So it could manifest as anxiety, it could manifest as stress, it could manifest as all these different depression, all these different things, right? And we don't want that happening. We don't want that energy stuck. Water energy, emotional energy is really meant to flow. So that's what's coming out. We're also coming up with the Ace of Pentacles as well. So yes, this is gonna create new opportunities. These emotional things I feel like are also clearing out a lot of energies and clearing pathways for you. Okay, it may not seem that way right now, because sometimes when we get in the thick of those emotions, it's really hard to see what lies ahead. But there are new amazing things and amazing gifts that can come from working through these emotions, through powering through these emotions. But you have to do it in a way that's productive. I feel like there is a little bit of a warning also coming up with the Knight of Wands to not be aggressive with this energy. So water and fire don't necessarily get along the greatest. Again, you can use your emotions as a powerful catalyst to move you forward, but it can also be super easy to drop into this energy, the lower vibrational energy of fire, where you're argumentative, where you're combatant, where you're overly emotional, and people are just reacting off of those emotions in very volatile kind of ways. So just be kind of careful about that, that you're not reacting in volatile ways, that you actually are using these emotional energies as a positive catalyst instead of a negative one, okay? I'm seeing Cancer energy in and of itself is a cardinal sign. So it has a lot to do with starting new things, initiating new things, right? It has a lot to do with action. Cardinal signs are the beginning of the seasons. They initiate the seasons, they start the seasons, they move everything into action, right? So when we use this energy positively, it can allow us to move forward and to clear out some of this lingering energy as well. Because I feel like a lot of this energy that is coming up, especially with the Six of Pentacles reversed, it's coming up because it's been energy that we've been kind of collecting and holding on to over a period of time. And now it's kind of welling up to be cleared out. So use this energy in a positive way, in a positive manner, okay? Don't try and hold on to these emotions or sit with these emotions. I feel like they're meant to be used and they're meant to be put into action instead of um, being sat with instead of sitting still, because I feel like sitting still is just going to allow these emotions to build up and build up and build up and build up even more than they already have. Okay. There's new starts and new beginnings at the end of all of this emotional energy. And you'll see that positive once we work through this. Okay. Once we kind of get out of these energies. We're also into Leo. The moon has moved into Leo, so it's a little bit more of a uplifting kind of energy and a passionate energy, a fiery energy. So again, but if you're feeling the residual energy of this Cancer moon and this emotional energy that's been lingering around, like I have, it's a good time to do something with it. You can do something magically. You can go out and exercise. You can you can burn it off through movement. Fire is all about movement as well. So, going out and exercising or having fun, getting creative, that kind of thing is another thing that you can kind of burn. I'm going to say burn this energy off because that's what's coming through. So don't sit with this energy. Don't let it linger. It's a good time to kind of release it and do something with it. Allow it to create something in your life as well. You can use it to create something. So you can even use it magically speaking if you're feeling anxious or something, you can release it. If you are feeling happy, you can use it to create more happiness. If you're, feeling anxious over something and you want to create something different because the moon is in Leo and that is highly creative energy, you can use this energy to create different realities, to create different things for you in your life, if that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like the big warning here is don't hold on to it and don't react to it instinctively. Like I said, fire signs in the lower vibration and earth in its lower vibration. Earth kind of just absorbs everything and holds on to everything. And we can hold on to those emotions, right? Or we can volatilely react to those emotions, and then we can get aggressive as well, which is not neither of those are options you really want to do. Okay. So, yeah, we have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Really nice energy. It is an energy of healing. So this full moon brought about a lot of healing. So if these emotions are coming up, this is an opportunity, like I said, to release them, to heal them, to let them go, and to just do something with them. So let's do another reading and see what comes up as message. If this resonates for you, claim it. If it doesn't, cool. So what's another message? Okay, for some of you, you are coming out of a very, very dark place where you're freeing, you have freed. I'm not going to say you're freeing because I feel like you have freed yourself from a lot of bonds and a lot of chains. It's almost like I keep seeing this phoenix kind of energy. You guys have gone through this whole rebirthing process and you've let go of a lot of toxicity in your life, a lot of addictions, a lot of things that have been chaining you or keeping you held back. Okay. And that's really amazing. These are big changes to you. You guys have been making some big changes as far as releasing toxic people and toxic habits. We have the Six of Cups. I've been seeing, yeah, you guys are definitely, I feel like you guys have been going through this purging process, which is really good, but I don't see you guys, I see you struggling in a lot of senses with, letting go of relationships. Okay. It's interesting because you've gone through this huge purging process and this huge rebirth. But wait a minute, am I reading this wrong? I feel like I'm reading this card wrong. Okay. So, correction. You are not struggling with relationships. There are relationships coming back to you. So, a lot of you, like I said, have gone through this huge rebirthing process. You've gone through like this dark night of the soul process where you've purged a lot of toxicity from your life, where you've cut a lot of ties with things and people and addictions and toxic people, toxic relationships, things that have really been holding you back. And I feel like as a result, you guys are coming back to things. There could be relationships coming back to you, things that you have, people you have walked away from, or emotions. You've healed a lot of, I feel like for some of you, this is like old emotions that have come up that you've healed. A lot of you have been letting go of toxic emotions that you, and healing those and working on those, but there may be more coming up for you. You might not be completely out of this darker process or this dark night of the soul process yet, and you're still kind of working through it in terms of healing. And you may find that there's still some like, it's like another layer is what I'm getting, right? Where you've done healing work, but another layer, you're going deeper and deeper into the layers of your healing work. For others of you, I feel like going through this process has opened up your energy, and there may be people coming back into your life that you walked away from previously because, or they walked away from you. Sorry, I'm getting they walked away from you. So people may have come into your life earlier on that you were not ready for and you were not in a space for, okay, because of all these addictions and all these toxicity things that you had in your life. And now that you've worked through that, you're clearing this energy out, and these people that were previously in your lives before are coming back because your energy is clearing out. It's no longer, I don't want to say toxic because toxic really isn't the word that it's more, your energy resonates more with their energy now. So you are able to attract these people back to you that you weren't able to connect with before, and they weren't able to connect with you. So it caused a disconnect and they walked away, right? But now you're more in a space where you resonate more with their energy. So they're coming back, which is really, really awesome to see. And like I said, some of you are just going through this healing process where emotions and stuff are coming up to the surface, where you're going through like the second layer of healing. Let's see what else I can get. Page of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely attracting new people in, or new energy in. So the Page of Wands is, I don't know, sometimes this can be a messenger, but I feel like for you, this is just new. I know this is more like an Ace of Wands kind of thing, but I feel like it's just a new energy. right? I feel like the page is coming up because you're not starting over completely new. It's to me, it's being shown as like that fork in the road, right? Where you're leaving the past behind. It's more that like death card energy where you're leaving the past behind and you're moving forward with things. And it's on a new journey, a new kind of projection forward. Some of you may be jumping onto new timelines for yourselves, where you're hopping into a different reality, so to speak, because I keep seeing this fork in the road. And I feel like that's like showing me different potentials of timelines or realities for you. And you're like picking, you're at this point where because you've left all this toxicity behind, and you're doing the work, you now have a choice to make where you can choose kind of which timeline you want to jump onto, which reality you want to create. It's bringing in new realities for you. It's bringing in new, it's a chance to start something new, but it's not the Ace of Wands where it's like completely brand new, right? Um, this is just a continuing on from your journey, but on a different path, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's why the Page of Wands is coming up, is because it is like this new energy to you, right? But it's not completely new. For some of you too, this whole process may be bringing you more back to yourself and to your own essence in a way, and you are learning how to kind of grow parts of you that maybe you have. So I said a lot of you were doing healing work or could have been doing healing work as well. And this could be the process of going back and healing like your own energy, in forms of, in terms of like your inner child or your child's like energy, um, in healing, reconnecting with that energy and healing that energy. And you're finding that you have more vitality because of that. You have more energy. I feel like for those of you, even if you haven't healed, right? Maybe you're not going through this healing process, but you've cut a lot of toxicity out. Now you're seeing the results of a lot more energy, a lot more vitality, right? You have a lot more enthusiasm to go out into the world and do things because you aren't being so drained from these people. Does that make sense? Um, that's what I got. So a lot of you are on either a healing journey where you're still going through this darker night of the soul energy. You haven't quite come out of it, but you have cut away a lot in terms of emotional stuff. And this is like really freeing up your energy. It's allowing you to connect with parts of yourself that you have never really been able to connect with before. And these are like new parts of yourself. It's also helping you to hop different timelines. So some of you are going through this energy where you're still kind of going through this dark night of the soul process and this purging process. You have purged a whole lot up until this point, but now because you have purged so much, you are seeing people come back into your life that were in your life before, but you weren't ready for them at that point. And now you're ready for the energy that they have to give you. You guys are a little more compatible, I feel like now, than you were then, and they're returning, they're coming back in. Um, and then we have the Ace Page of Wands. So again, this is, this is a whole new chapter for you. This is a whole new beginning. Like you're leaving, this is leaving you in a with a chance to create a whole new future and create a whole new path and journey for you, energetically. And it's leaving you again with a lot more energy and a lot more to look forward to in the future. I feel like for you guys, like you guys have this new enthusiasm and you're looking out into the future like, yes, what can I create? Right? Like, where can I go from here? It's not, like I said, it's not the Ace of Wands energy where you're completely starting a new chapter all over again, but you're moving on with your life, right? And you're kind of at that crossroads. And I feel like for you guys, that's where the Page of Wands is coming up. And then continue to do collective readings. So let's see. Let's do another reading for whoever needs to hear this. I don't know. Let's see who needs to hear this. Okay. Clarifies. A lot of you guys need, okay, so this is another relationship reading. Awesome. Okay. So give me a second. We're going to finish this reading and then I'll pull one. So we have the Knight or the Page of Swords reversed for this, whoever needs to hear this. This is unsurety, a lot of unclarity, uncertainty, doubt. You know, you may be partnered with somebody in terms of a relationship. I feel like there's a lot of doubt in terms of a relationship or a connection to somebody. Now, this may not be a romantic connection. This could be like a family member or a friend, but there is a situation, I feel like, where you guys feel like you are being lied to or manipulated in some kind of way mentally. The cards are saying that you're not being manipulated. I feel like, okay, maybe not. Let's not say not manipulated. I feel like you guys will know, right? You guys have this strong not clairsentience. What's the word I'm looking for? You have this clear knowing. That's the word I'm looking for, and I can't remember what clair that is now at the moment. But you have this ability to just know things, and you know, and you know, and you know. But the problem is you're doubting this. So whatever this relationship is, I feel like it's because you don't want to believe it. Right? Like, you know that something's off, you know you're being lied to, but you don't really want to believe it. The cards are saying to trust your intuition, right? Trust the knowledge and the information that is coming through to you, because it's not lying to you, okay? This may be really, really hard for you guys to handle. This may not be the best news. I feel like you guys don't want to see this and you don't want to acknowledge it because it is not exactly the greatest thing. You guys, for whoever's watching this that needs to hear this, you don't want to acknowledge it because it's not what you want, right? And this is your ego getting in the way. This is your ego saying, you know that this person's manipulating you or lying to you or isn't technically being really honest with you or open in communication. They're not open to listening to you. They're very closed-minded off, that kind of thing. And you know this, right? But you don't want to acknowledge it because your ego gets in the way. You still have this dream of a happy life. You guys want this happy life. You guys want, and it almost seems like you want this picture perfect relationship more than you're willing to, and that's, you want this more than anything. And as a result, it's clouding your ability to see reality. It's clouding your ability to see things clearly. The cards are like, walk away from this while you can. Okay, this situation, I guarantee you, because this Tower card is reversed, is only going to get worse, and it will only continue. It will only continue until things explode if you continue on this road. Let this go, okay? This isn't the happy romantic. This is not the one for you. I feel like with the Lovers card coming up, it's saying this isn't the person for you. This is not your person. As much as you may want this to be your forever person, this is not your forever person. And when you let this person go, your forever person, you'll be able to move forward towards your forever person, right? But you're not going to be able to find the relationship that you want if you keep holding on to the wrong type of relationships. My Two of Wands. Two of Wands just popped out. Some of you are having a decision that you need to make, or I don't feel like decisions. I feel like these are opportunities. So a lot of you have new opportunities coming to you, or a chance to do something new, to take a different road than the road that you are already on. You have to make that choice, though. You have to make that choice. The Lovers card is coming up. You guys have so many options and so many things opening up for you right now, but you guys have to make the decision on which way you're gonna go. So the Two of Wands, there is that wand is sitting up on top over here. So there's the wand sitting up on top, there's the wand chained to the wall, right? Are you gonna play it safe? Are you gonna go out in the world and explore what is going on out there, right? Which is the option you're gonna take? Are you gonna start something new? Are you gonna go down take the opportunity that's coming to you and see where that leads, or are you going to play it safe? Right? That's a decision that's coming up with the Lover's card, okay? This could be a bit of um you guys are very, very stubborn. Whoever this reading is for, you guys are very, very stubborn. You could even be Aries, which is funny. But I feel like this is saying go for the new opportunity, but also to not be so stubborn. Don't kind of sit in your stone throne. What came through was the stubbornness, and Aries can be very stubborn too when they want to be. So I feel like, getting comfy where you are and not wanting to explore, or you guys are just being stubborn. Don't be stubborn. These opportunities are coming to you for a reason. I'm also getting for some of you that don't view this as something negative or something to be battled. Instead, view it as an opportunity, because I don't know if all these opportunities coming to you are good opportunities, right? If all these things or things coming to you are going to view as good, there is a chance that you may not view them as good. And to you, they may be something that you need to armor yourself against. But that is your own mentality, okay? That is that Gemini energy coming in. That's your own thinking. That's your own thoughts. Understand that everything that is presented to us is working for us. When you take that energy of making it work for you instead of not making it work, instead of trying to battle against it, it's going to work that much better for you. You definitely have a fighter spirit. Okay, you guys have a fighter spirit. It's not a competition. Okay. I feel like you guys are gonna make this into a competition. It's not a competition, okay? Don't allow your pride to kind of get the best of you. You may not have to fight this back, okay? Um, Now you might have to take a stance, you might have to come back depending on the option that's coming to you, but I feel like you guys are just being very, very stubborn, okay? And you guys can make this into a good thing, but you have to get yourself out of this fire energy and up into like I hate to say it, but to see things from a different perspective. So the Lover's card, the ultimate perspective with this card is the Angel's perspective, right? That bigger, more um, overall kind of view where you can see all the details and you can see everything happening. It's like that Sagittarius kind of energy, right? When you can take yourself out of that narrowed kind of view and see things all around you. Geminis, there's two of them, right? They have this dual perception of things. They have the ability to see things from multiple perspectives, much like Aquarius is, only I feel like Aquarius is more like the higher octave of Mercury, right? Where Aquariuses see the whole, they see things from the angel's viewpoint, whereas Gemini is more the feminine and masculine, the two people here. Does that make sense? But whatever opportunity is coming to you guys, try not to battle against it, okay? You might want to turn this into a competition or battle against it, and you might be stubborn. But at the end of the day, it's working for you, and you always, always, always have a choice. There's always a choice. So you may feel like you don't have a choice, but again, there's always the choice. And the choice of what you do is up to you, right? You can make this a good experience, you can make it a bad experience. Um, it's totally up to you. But I feel like underneath we have the Three of Wands as well, which is saying, this is an opportunity for growth and expansion under it, spiritual wise, as well as just energetic wise, as well as going out and exploring things. Like, you guys have an opportunity to go and explore new things. Why are you going to fight against that? Especially Aries, like, you guys love doing new things. So why are you fighting against it? It makes no sense. Okay, so some of you, the next one that this reading is for, you guys are in a very good space right now with the Ten of Pentacles. You guys are in security. Like, you guys have it. You guys have it made. And that's a good thing. However, we have the Fool also coming up reversed. So there could be a new opportunity coming towards you guys, or a chance to, I feel like the thing with the Ten of Pentacles, and what I feel like the message coming through here is to also remember that even though this is good, like, we think we have it all, and we have it made for that period of time, this is also tens. This is also the ending of things. It's the completion of things, right? Once we hit that 10, it's usually time to start something new or to move on, but the problem is, and what's coming up with this is, you don't really want to move on from this. You guys are really kind of cozy comfy. Cozy comfy. You got life good. You don't really want to move on. You have no worries, really. Like, you have money, you have everything you need to physically survive in this world. Like, you're like, I've got it made. I'm good. I don't, and you get comfy cozy, and then you don't want to really move out of that energy. Okay, you don't want to move out of that energy. We have the Hermit card coming out. Yeah, you guys are definitely you guys are definitely comfy cozy in this energy. You guys are like, I'm just gonna hide away at home. I don't need anything, because you got everything. You've got everything. You're like, I've got everything I need. Why do I need to come out of my cave? They keep showing me like this cave. It's like you guys are kind of like in your like sanctuaries, so to speak, right now. You're like, I don't want to come out. I don't want to face the world. I don't want to have to deal with things. But again, the problem is you're not flowing with things. Understand that. So the message is coming out with this too is money, financial stuff, everything is energy in the end of it, right? So we have the Knight of Cups. By sitting with this energy like you are stigmatizing this energy, because you're not doing anything with it, okay? You're not doing anything with it. And that that causes a disruption in flow. It causes a disruption in flow. Okay. I feel like for some of you, in terms of, I keep getting relationships too, that some of you are blocking people in. Like, you guys are successful, you guys have everything you need as far as physical stuff, but there could be like a new person coming in. Some of you may not. If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, you could be even blocking a person from coming to you, because you are so like secure in things. You're like, I don't need anything else, or not necessarily that you don't need anything else, but it's like you're so kind of caught up in the physical that you don't allow, it's like you stigmatize this energy, right? And even if this isn't a romance reading for you, you guys are still stigmatizing energy. You guys are still like at this point where you've manifested everything you could possibly want, but the universe is like, there's more. There's so much more that you can manifest, but the key to this is allowing this energy to flow, right? Which you are not doing, because the Knight of Cups is coming up reversed. You are not allowing this energy to move, okay? And I feel like this is water energy. but I feel like water energy is coming up in the sense of it's giving me this flow. Like the Knight of Cups is somebody who tends to just go with the flow, right? He follows his heart, he follows his emotions, right? And sometimes again, when we can get comfy, cozy and things, we just have no desire to move out of that, right? There's nothing in our hearts that's like you need to move on from this because we're happy where we are. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like that's stigmatizing your energy. The Six of Cups is coming up. It's time to get back out into the world. So if you have been hiding away, it is time to get back out into the world. It is time to reconnect with people. I feel like for those of you looking for relationships right now, whether you're involved in one and you're or not, um, whether you're looking for friendships, whether you're looking to reconnect with someone, I feel like you are not going to connect with anybody tucked away in the little cubby hole that you are in. These cards are saying you have to, absolutely have to come out of your space, come out of your your cubby to reconnect with the world, right? There's like two people in this. So you've got two people connecting. If you don't go out, you're never going to connect. People are not going to come to you. You need to go out and you need to find these people to connect with. Um, Even though I feel like a lot of you have a lot of like Virgo kind of energy, and Virgos are very, very okay being alone. they, they they are okay being alone, and they really, um, they're honestly okay just sitting alone with their own thoughts. And I can say this because I have a husband who's a Virgo rising. Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Cups. You reversed. You're not going to make the friends and the connections and things that you want and desire if you don't go out there and get it. It's not going to come to you. Okay, the Three of Cups reversed is saying these are social connections you guys want, not going to come to you. Yeah, Jesse, I knew it. See, Virgos are they're quite comfortable being at home. They're homebodies, right? But now it's time to go out. It's time to socialize. If you guys have been craving interaction, I feel like this Ten of Pentacles too is security in the home, right? You guys have a place where you're safe and secure and you don't really want to move out of it. And that's okay. But it is time. The cards are saying, like, if you are craving social connection, if you are craving, you got to go out and get it because people aren't going to come to you. You've got to go out and get back out into the world. Um, get things flowing. Also, with financial stuff and money, also what was coming through earlier is money is a form of energy. It is a flow, right? If you continue to hold on to money or, you have to do something with it, where was I going with that? That this energy can be taken away. So while you are okay now does not mean you will be okay forever, right? So keep that in mind that, while things are okay now, they might not be that way forever. Things can be taken away from you just as fast as they are given, right? So it's always good to remember that with everything, there is an ebb and flow to things, okay? And that sometimes when we get stuck in things because they're really super good, that it's definitely with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like it's time to start something new, start the next chapter. Like, yes, you have manifested something amazing, but there's that Ace of Pentacles after the 10, because we go back to the Ace, there's more you can manifest, but you have to do that. Like, you have to actually go out and manifest it. It's not going to come to you. And beware that this can also be what you have manifested that you are holding on to that you don't want to kind of move on from can be taken away as well. So that's something else to keep in mind. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Seven of Wands is coming up on top, on top, on top, on top. Um, Okay. So for the next reading, we have the Seven of Wands coming up. Okay. Seven of Wands is, you guys have fought fucking hard for shit, and you guys have come out on top. On top. You've come out victorious. You've done a lot of work. You've fought fucking hard, and you're still fighting for shit. Okay. But with this comes walls, right? We learn when we have had to fight for things, we learn how to protect what it is that we have fought for, right? When we're like, when you've gone through something and you fought like hell to get something or achieve something, you are not about to let anybody come in and destroy that, right? So a lot of times walls go up and we start to stress, we start to distrust people. Um, and we start to become, I don't want to say a little bit hardened, but we become very, very cautious of who we allow in our energy and who we don't, because we've had to fight people before and we don't want to continue fighting people, right? Um, and it's okay to fight people. It's okay to stand up for injustices. It's okay to stand up for your beliefs, which is also what the Seven of Wands is about. But we have the Judgment card coming up as well, and the Judgment card has to do with, I feel like it's like, don't be so quick to judge people. Like, yes, you have been through shit. Yes, people have hurt you. Yes, you may have had to fight hard for what you have gotten. And yes, you may have had some negative fucking encounters with people along the way or energies along the way, right? You've had to push through shit. And obviously you don't want to travel backwards. You want to keep going forwards, right? But you're judging people you're casting judgments on situations, on people way too quickly. um so sometimes we can get very judgmental based upon past experiences, based upon things that we have had happen to us, traumas in the past that we have had happen to us. And I feel like that is what we're kind of being warned about, or you guys are being warned about, whoever this reading resonates with, to rise up above this mentality. You guys are kind of stuck in this energy, or in where you're working through this energy right now of feeling like you have to fight off everything. And because you have fought so hard to get to where you got, you're like, I have to continue fighting. I have to continue fighting. I have to continue fighting. Like, this is very active energy. You're like, I have to keep fighting. And they're like, no, 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 you need to rise up above this energy. Okay. Why do you have to fight everybody? This you can't spend your whole life fighting the world, because not everybody is meant to be fought, right? Not everybody's working against you. Not all energy you come in contact with is working against you. You have to use discretion, which is part of judgment as well. That's discretion. Yes, past lives apply to you. Um, you have to use discretion with things, right? You have to use your judgment with things. Has this person, or this energy, or this situation, are you putting your walls up and being combative because as a reaction to something, or are you putting your walls up and being combative and fighting for it because it legitimately needs to be fought for, if that makes sense? Okay. Are you acting out of past hurt traumas, or are you acting out of actions that people have done and proven to you in the here and now, right? So let's say somebody comes up to you with a certain attitude, and you've dealt with a lot of people with that attitude before, and you're like, no, I've moved past this. I don't want to deal with those type of people anymore, right? But you're casting a judgment on that person before you even get to know them, based upon the attitude they present to you with. And that person may have the biggest fucking heart underneath of it all, but you don't give them a chance because you've already casted a judgment on them before you've even given them a chance to show you who they truly are, right? Just based upon your past experiences. Now, the other side of that is if you have a person in your life who, you have fought to get through stuff with, and they come up to you, or you've known them for a while, you've cultivated a relationship with them or whatever, and they come up to you, you know them very well, and they come up to you carrying this attitude, and you're like, no, we've been through this before, and they're proving to you through the actions that they have now in the present, right? They continue to do things that you've asked them not to do, or you're trying to move past this energy, or you have moved past this energy, and you're like, stop doing this. You've put your walls up, you've put your boundaries and your limits up, and they don't respect that. They don't, they're proving by their actions that they are not worth letting in. That's a whole other story, right? That's where you have to use your judgment, right? Then you're making a judgment call to block them out based on present circumstances, based on things you already know about this person. Whereas before, the other example, it was just a random stranger you met, but you're throwing them into the same category because you've had similar experiences with other people or people that carry that same type of energy, and you're like, I just don't want it, without giving this person a chance. I say discernment. Use discernment in the Two of Swords is at the bottom reversed. That's fucking hilarious. So yes, you guys need to use discernment. Don't judge people based upon what you don't understand, okay? If you see them acting, again, reaction and action is two totally different things. Let's do one more reading and see what's coming up. So we had the Ace of Pentacles pop out. There's new things coming forward. New things coming forward. Let's see what else we can get with this. Okay. So we have new opportunities coming forward, whether there's new things in your life coming into being, and there's an opportunity to grow and cultivate something new. But there's doubt around all of this. There's doubt around all of this. So I got to flip this over, okay? So we're going to read from the top down. So we have the Sun. The Sun reversed, the Sun reversed, the Sun reversed. So I feel like the Sun reversed, like there is really no bad aspect to the Sun, but I feel like I keep hearing blessing in disguise coming through with this. So out of the situation itself, whatever new is beginning may not seem like the best new start or the greatest new start or, the best thing to come into your life, but it is something good. I feel like it's something that's going to help create balance, okay? It's going to help create balance. This is definitely whatever this new thing coming into your life or new energy coming into your life. It's it's there to kind of create balance. So don't necessarily view it as a negative thing. I feel like this is also going to help bring you out of dark situations. For some of you, I feel like for a lot of the collective, since it's a collective reading, there's new things coming in, and these things may not seem like the greatest at first, but they will help to establish balance. They will help, and you will see the positive in it as you work through this. So even though it may be something that doesn't seem so great or doesn't seem so opportunistic when this comes in, you're like, what kind of opportunity is this, right? It will help balance things out, and it will help to bring an ending to things that hasn't maybe had an ending yet. Okay, as you work through this, there's a lot of positivity that's coming from this. It's going to lighten a lot of the energy around you, right? Previous to this, I feel like a lot of people may have been stuck in this dark, dank kind of energy, this depressive energy, this heavy, weighed down mental energy. And whatever this is that is coming in is going to flip that all around for you. It's going to bring in more balance so that to help bring you out of the state that you're in. Um, so, so just understand that, if you're struggling with being stuck in some darkness right now, there is new opportunities coming in for you. And even though they may not seem like the best opportunities, they are opportunities that are going to help to get you out of this state, and they're going to bring in a lot more positive energy for you guys. There's a lot of positivity in this reading, but I feel like in between of that, there's like this energy of it's coming in to help bring you out of this energy that you've been stuck in, right? The sun reversed, the 10 of swords reversed. It's coming in to kind of balance out this energy where, they're like, you've been in the tough times long enough. Now it's time to kind of have something good happen so that we can balance this energy out so you're not stuck in the negative all the time. So there's definitely some good stuff coming in, but try not to. I feel like the warning with this is because these two are reversed. These are energies that we can get stuck in or kind of stuck into that hole. Try not to get too stuck in the negative aspects of this. So when this opportunity, like I said, when this opportunity comes in, it could seem like it's not such a positive thing, right? With the sun reversed, it might seem like it's not such a positive thing, but it is a very positive thing. It's just you're not seeing it as positive. But when you don't see it as positive, it's easy to allow this it's easy to get stuck in this 10 of swords energy, right? It's easy to focus on how miserable things are and how negative things are and that kind of thing. So try to avoid doing that. Understand that when this comes in, even though it might not seem like the best opportunity, it is balancing things out. And sometimes, again, when we go through darkness, okay, when we are stuck in this, I'm going to use the like shades of scale, so black to white, right? When we go through that scale, even when you look at a color scale of black to white, right, it doesn't go black and then automatically switch over to white, right? There's this period or this part of that scale where it goes through the various shades of gray, right? Where it starts off as dark gray and then it gets lighter and it gets lighter and it gets lighter. That's what's occurring here, okay? So as you move from this dark energy, it's not going to switch overnight, okay? It's not going to change and flip like nothing. It's going to take time and there is a transition period, but understand that things are slowly coming in that will make it better. Okay, even if it may not seem like that. But the more we focus on the negative, the more we are going to stay stuck in that energy. So allow this, whatever this energy is, allow it to work what it's going to work in order to bring in more positive energy for you. Okay, try not to get stuck in the negative with this. So understand it's a good thing. It just takes time to transition, right? We have to go through those various shades of gray. Okay, guys. So on that note, I'm going to jump off. I'll see you guys all later. Bye, guys.